Are you an overseas trained doctor with MRCP UK and Pulmonology or Respiratory Medicine training? Are you currently practicing in Singapore, Nigeria, the UK, India, or another country and considering moving to New Zealand? Then this video is for you. New Zealand has specialist registration pathways for overseas trained doctors, and in 2026 there is also a newer fast-track pathway that eligible specialists should know about. But let's begin with an important distinction. MRCP UK does not automatically mean specialist registration in New Zealand. Your complete training, qualifications, and clinical experience matter. Let's look at the pathways. 1. VOC 3. Overseas Specialist Pathway. One of the most important pathways for overseas trained specialists is VOC 3 Provisional Vocational Registration. This pathway allows doctors who trained and qualified as specialists outside New Zealand and Australia to have their training, qualifications, and experience assessed. The Medical Council of New Zealand compares your background with the standard expected of a New Zealand-trained vocationally registered specialist in the same field. The relevant specialist medical college provides advice to the Medical Council, which makes the final decision. And this is particularly important for our topic. Respiratory medicine is specifically listed by MCNZ as a specialty requiring additional information for VOC 3 applications. There are also additional respiratory medicine questions required by the Royal Australasian College of Physicians. So, if you have pulmonology or respiratory medicine training, your detailed specialist training and experience will be important. 2. What does MCNZ look at? For VOC 3, you need more than a postgraduate examination certificate. MCNZ requires evidence that you have 1. An acceptable primary medical qualification. 2. Completed postgraduate medical training. 3. Obtained a postgraduate qualification awarded at the end of specialist training. 4. Met the relevant English language and fitness requirements. 5. Provided the required documentation and primary source verification. This is why doctors should clearly distinguish between MRCP UK and completed specialist training in respiratory medicine. They are not necessarily the same thing. If you have MRCP UK but are still in specialist training or residency, your situation may be different from that of a doctor who has completed formal specialist training. 3. What is VOC 4? Now let's talk about the newer pathway. MCNZ introduced VOC 4 Provisional Vocational Registration, a fast-track pathway for eligible overseas trained specialists with approved postgraduate qualifications from the UK, Ireland or Australia. For VOC 4, MCNZ currently requires an acceptable primary medical qualification, an approved overseas postgraduate medical qualification, an approved area of medicine, at least 24 months of relevant clinical experience during the previous 5 years, working at least 0.5 FTE, including 12 months within the previous 18 months, in a country recognized as having a comparable health system, and a New Zealand consultant or specialist level job offer. So please don't hear MRCP UK means VOC 4. That's not necessarily correct. You must check whether your exact postgraduate qualification is on MCNZ's current VOC 4 approved list and whether you meet the other requirements. 4. What about doctors working in Singapore? This is particularly relevant to doctors currently practicing in Singapore. If you're working clinically in Singapore, your recent experience may be relevant to your application. However, your current job title alone does not determine eligibility. For example, a doctor working as a resident physician with MRCP UK and pulmonology training may have a different pathway from someone who has completed recognized specialist training and is already practicing independently as a specialist. That's why we need to look at the complete professional profile. Your primary medical degree, MRCP qualification, specialist training, current position, years of experience, recent clinical practice, and the level at which you intend to work in New Zealand. 5. Finding a New Zealand position. Registration and employment are closely connected. For VOC4, MCNZ specifically requires a New Zealand consultant or specialist level job offer. For VOC3 applications, MCNZ also recommends working with your employer where you have a job offer. So international doctors should investigate both the registration pathway and genuine New Zealand medical vacancies. 6. What happens after approval? Successful overseas trained specialists entering provisional vocational registration will initially work under supervision. Depending on the assessment outcome, MCNZ may place a doctor on a supervision pathway or an assessment pathway. Under VOC3, the supervision pathway can involve 6 to 12 months of satisfactory supervised practice, while the assessment pathway can involve 12 to 18 months, together with other requirements determined by the relevant college. So even an experienced overseas specialist should expect a transition period. What should you do if you have MRCP UK plus pulmonology? Start by asking yourself 4 questions. Number 1. Have I completed formal specialist training? Number 2. What exactly is my postgraduate qualification? Number 3. How many years of recent respiratory medicine experience do I have? Number 4. Am I currently working at specialist level or still in training? For some doctors, VOC3 may be the relevant pathway. For eligible specialists with an approved qualification, VOC4 may be worth investigating. And for doctors who are still in training, a specialist registration pathway may not yet be the appropriate route. Closing. So, if you are an international doctor with MRCP UK and pulmonology or respiratory medicine training, New Zealand may be worth exploring. But don't assume that one qualification guarantees registration. Look at your complete training, qualifications, experience, and current level of practice. And if you are currently working in Singapore, remember that your situation may be different from that of another overseas doctor. If you want more detailed New Zealand doctor guides, subscribe to Purpose Path TV Global. May God guide your professional journey, give you wisdom, and open the right door at the right time. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.